So, before I start, there will be a summary at the timestamp shown here. I will even do the fancy section thing to make this easier for you guys. So there's a lot of bad stuff being said about the police in the news lately, but most of the deaths are accidental, justified, or coincidence. So, what is the issue here? People are the issue. People are spreading and believing lies about the police. So, what is and is not police brutality, and what can I do to not be tricked by activists and idiots? Well, I bet nobody asked that question, but here it is. What is the deal with the police right now? But first, what do the police do? Other than catching bad guys and stopping those jerks on the road who think it's okay to go 60 in the school zone. They do a lot more. Bomb squad guys get rid of, well, bombs. K9s sniff out drugs and bombs. They are also very good boys. The SWAT go in when everything goes south. These are just a few of the jobs they have. So, what is police brutality? Well, it's when an officer uses too much force for that given situation. On purpose. Remember that. Well, police brutality, in quotation marks, you can't see me doing quotation marks, but they're there, is when that officer uses the appropriate amount of force given for that situation, sometimes even less force than needed. A lot of things are mistaken as police brutality, though, like getting yanked out of your car because you did not get out when the officer told you to. This specific example is legal because of Pennsylvania versus Mimms, a case law. Case law is made by the outcome of our cases. Basically, Side A says, no, this is illegal. Side B, yes, this is legal. And then the Supreme Court basically picks a side. So, why do the police currently look like they do now? Well, the following section will answer that. But why do police have, well, these big guns? Because we can have them. Main reason is the North Hollywood shootout. He has a great article on it if you want to read more, but quick summary is 2 armed robbers who are armored from head to toe in level 3A body armor, which is resistant to 9mm, 38, and 44 caliber rounds. So pistol stuff. Well, the cops only had 38 revolvers and 9mm handguns. So, they were basically powerless until the SWAT arrived. So after this, they gave officers patrol rifles so they could take down those bad guys that were, again, armored from head to toe easier. A police officer's job is very dangerous. A LAPD SWAT officer recently got shot in the face by a suspect with a shotgun. Officer Rodney Williams is okay. It was just a minor injury to, actually maybe about the lower jaw, so he's fine. As you can expect, the suspect is definitely not. So, but police know that this job is dangerous, so they want you to do certain things to keep themselves safe. Like telling you to take your hands out of your pockets, or you're getting arrested for some reason, to put your hands behind your head with fingers interlocked. But there are some liars and idiots who follow said liars on the internet. Some of these liars are Sean King and Tariq Nasheed. They say these things, words so untruthful that they can't be called lies, about police just trying to do their job. I wonder if they can sleep at night knowing they are the reason innocent people died. But that's besides the point. The lies they tell are hurting people, especially police officers, so don't believe them. So how can you not get tricked by the Sean Kings and Tariq Nasheeds of the world? Tip number 1. Take everything with a grain of salt. You have to pick a side, take it with enough salt to fill the oceans. Tip 2. Wait for the facts to come out and use objective reasonableness. Look at the situation from the officer's point of view. Also, you should definitely do a lot of research. So, speaking of research, you should look at websites and our sources and fact check them so hard you break holes in time and space. Now, let's use this knowledge of research. Let's take a look at Assata's Daughters, a black feminist organization based out of Chicago. First, the Our History page says, I'm not making this up, our herstory. That is not how English works. Second, they mention Assata Shakur. Let's Google that. First results are Wikipedia and a mugshot. And also the official FBI website. Well, Assata's real name is Deborah Joanne Chesimard. Well, now we know her real name. Why is she on the FBI Most Wanted Terrorist list? Well, she robbed some banks, killed some cops, and also she was a member of the Black Liberation Army. She's currently in Cuba. Why she can't be extradited is a mystery to me and 99% of our people. So if you have any info about where she is, tell the FBI immediately. Yeah. Back to Assata's Daughters. Well, they also give out whistles to, and I quote, again, I'm not making this stuff up, de-arrest someone. That's not how arrests work. So, they have lack of knowledge about the English language. Check. Utter stupidity. Check. Named after a terrorist. Double check. And they also teach kids the whole de-arresting thing. And all this other stupidity. What has the world come to now? So, some of these idiots, is the only word that could be able to describe them, believe in defunding the police. Let me explain why this is a terrible idea. Police officers need training in order for them to do their job well. A lot of the money they get goes toward said training. That money is also used for paying the officers, because it's a job. Weapons, equipment, and vehicles, and the like. So, if we take their money away, the police will be undertrained, use their guns more, which means more people will die. And also, since the pay will go down, good officers will leave, and bad ones come in to replace them, and it's a vicious cycle. So, what actually is police brutality? Well, things like the Rodney King beating, or police brutality. Bad stuff like that, where, again, the police use too much force. And just to drill into your skull, what is not police brutality? Yet, I will give even more examples. Tasering a belligerent person due to their actions. Searching and arresting a person without consent, because at that point you've lost all consent to be searched once you're arrested. As well as punching a belligerent suspect due to their actions. There are many more examples I could tell you, but I don't want to be here for 5 hours. So, there are a lot of questions asked on stuff that the police do. This will help explain that. Question number 1. Why do they have to shoot them so many times? So, down does not mean out. Shot does not mean dead. So, gather around, children, it's story time. So, Officer Timothy, I completely forgot his first name, is at a GameStop picking up a Star Wars game for his son when he gets a call on his radio about a robbery in progress. So, good old Officer Timothy jumps in his patrol car and goes to find out what is happening. Well, the robber who was, robbing, vowed to, kill any cop that tries to stop him. Well, guess who stopped him? So Timothy shows up and the suspect has that, oh no, it's the police look. Gunfight ensues. A whole lot of chaos happened. It only ended when the suspect was shot in the head 3 times. Once on both sides of the jaw and once in the forehead. And when the paramedics arrived, the guy was still showing vital signs. The guy wasn't dead, he was shot 13 times. And also, the guns the guy used, a Smith & Wesson Model 5906, 380 Bursa, and luckily he wasn't able to use this one, a loaded SKS. All 3 of them were linked to 4 homicides. And so, why do police have military-grade equipment? Well, the bad guys also have it. And it is nice to have an MRAP to hide behind when you're being shot at. Also, the DoD basically just gives them to people that need it more than they do. Which is also my reasoning for why I want an MRAP. If someone from the DoD is watching this, please give me one. They look neat. Summary. So, most cases of police brutality are not police brutality. Just lies spread by idiots most of the time. So yeah, stay safe out there. And I hope this video helps you not become one of the mindless drones that lie about police.